What's up guys, welcome to day 2 here in Fez. Today I'm going to head outside of the old Medina and head over to Mela, which is the old Jewish district of Fez, and I believe it was founded in 1438, so I'm interested to go check it out. There's a synagogue there, and I think the architecture is going to be vastly different from that architecture that we have in the Medina here, so I'm looking forward to a bit of a change up. And then I'll head back here into the Medina later on and check out some of the madrasas, and we'll see what else the day brings to us. So join me and we'll see what we see. So I've just come outside the Medina now, and it's actually surprising how much quieter it is once you actually leave the Medina. Inside it's absolute chaos at all times. Like, you can go down some like really tiny side streets and find some peace, but for the most part it's just constantly something going on. There's markets full of people, touts trying to sell you stuff, people trying to get you to go with them to go do tours and stuff so they can earn a little extra money. It's just, something's always going on. So obviously Fez is the second largest city in Morocco as well, so even out here traffic and stuff is quite busy. It should be really interesting. Tomorrow I'm renting a car for the first time, so it should be really interesting to see what driving here is actually like. But yeah, it's definitely a lot more chill out here. You're not getting hassled all the time, so it's a good change up for the day for sure. So instead of walking next to the big road over there where it's super noisy, I found this little parkway here and some outdoor soccer football fields. And pretty cool. You see these actually all over Morocco, and usually they're in use almost every time I've seen them. Today not so much. They're actually watering them right now. They're pretty cool though. Here, take a look. Super cool. Small little field, small nets. Fun. Everybody comes out and plays pickup games, like 5 or 6 aside. And I'm gonna try to get myself into one of those games before I leave Morocco for sure. It's gonna be one of my goals to play a game while I'm here for sure. I love playing, and yeah, it's a good way to meet the locals and everything too. So. And also we got another one of these like really ornate sort of gates on the road over here, and they're literally everywhere in Fez. These sort of big structures with little mosaic style tiles and stuff on them. See here. Really beautiful, sort of similar to the blue gate at the entrance to the Medina, but here, I'll try to get closer even. Tons of really intricate work, and the colors are always beautiful. And yeah, it's one of the things I really love here in Morocco is the colors of everything. They're always vibrant, and especially like the intricate details on everything. Super cool. It's so nice once you get outside of the Medina to actually see how nice and welcoming Moroccan people really are, because inside the Medina, as soon as somebody asks where you're from, what your name is, that kind of stuff, you know that it's instantly going to lead to come to my shop, come buy this, come with me. But so many times while I've been out here outside the Medina, people literally just say hello, welcome to Morocco, all these kinds of things. It's so nice, super friendly, and yeah, it's a nice change for sure. I'm just wandering down this little back alleyway here. I know the direction towards the Jewish quarter. I'm just trying to take some side streets and whatever and see what I can see. And it's so cool everywhere in Fez, being that it's such an ancient city. There's just history everywhere you go, and these old buildings, and yeah, it's just everywhere there's something interesting. So you can see super old looking buildings here. Just this empty alleyway, which like I said before, comparatively to the Medina, having an empty alleyway like this is like literal bliss. Try not to fall in this giant crater here. Got these all over the place as well. But yeah, it's definitely a nice change up. And then, like I said before, I'm headed back into the Medina later to try to find some of the more famous madrasas. So it'll be nice to chill out for most of the day before heading back into the madness and maneuvering all of that later. So when was this place built?
17th century.
17th century. And what is the name of the synagogue? Sorry.
Ibn Danan. And
Okay.
take the name Ibn Danan because the rabbi, his family. Can I see here?
Okay.
Rabbi Shlomo Ibn Danan.
Okay.
His family synagogue.
Understood.
And before his president du tribunal rabbinique de Fez.
Wow.
Before his like judge, if there are the problem, just come here. At the same time, synagogue and the tribunal. There are the problem, just here take the solution.
Okay.
Section for men, women section, separated between men and women.
Okay, so the women are upstairs.
Yes.
Okay.
And downstairs, not in all the synagogue, but just in Orthodox. That's the mikvah. It's the bath for purification. The women,
Okay.
like before to get married or after period, the women come here to clean in this water.
Oh, wow.
Let's go down by the steps.
Oh, we can go down.
Yes, you can go down.
Great.
Just be careful.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's the Torah. The Holy Book Jewish.
Okay.
That's very old scroll. If you see the skin, it's very old.
Wow.
And that's its parchment. It's gazelle skin.
Gazelle.
Yes.
Okay.
Take your time. You
Yeah.
can go down.
I can go down? Okay,
Yes.
great. Thank you very much. Alright, so we're inside the synagogue. I accidentally almost called it a mosque. Thankfully she wasn't offended. I'm literally the only one here, which is really cool. And so I've got to come down the stairs to this little chamber. She was explaining that the women will come down to this little water thing. Just take a look around here. The lighting's probably horrible, I'm sorry. The women will come down to this little water spot, like this, and they'll wash themselves for purification purposes. Really, really interesting. So it's 20 dirham to enter, she said, which is about $2, and then she just gave me a ton of information and everything, so it's totally worth it. And I'm the only one in here. Super cool. Okay, well, I'd say this has been definitely worth 20 dirham. And yeah, really, really cool. I didn't realize I was going to get to come inside, so that's awesome. All right, so before I leave, she's just told me that I can come up to the terrace here. If I don't concuss myself on the low roof, I can go all the way to the terrace and I can see the Jewish cemetery, which should be really interesting. I'm definitely getting my money's worth. So up here is the area where the women will come to pray, and then down is where the men will pray. So it's similar to a mosque where they separate the men from the women. I'm not sure if this is in every synagogue or only in the Orthodox ones. I'm sure somebody who's more informed than me can let me know. Cool. Wow. I gotta put my sunglasses on. It's a bright one up here. Okay. Very cool. You can see all the old buildings in the area. Oh, here we go. So you can see down here, that whole area is the cemetery that she was explaining. There's another little area up here. Maybe I can get a better view. Oh, much better. It's the views of the surrounding hills. Well, this is awesome. I definitely did not expect this when I came down this tiny little alleyway just to take a look at the synagogue real quick. It's ended up being one of the best things that I've done. Super cool. Okay, well.
شنو؟ مثلا بغيت مثلا نسولش على شي حاجه باش
I'm headed back into the Medina now. I'm gonna try to see one of the madrasas and maybe make my way over to the big tannery if I have time. Not too sure what I'm gonna be able to do because nothing gets done quickly in the Medina. So anyway, we're gonna head back in there and I'll catch you guys when I arrive at the first madrasa. No, Canada.
Canada, Then
So I'm here at the oldest madrasa in Fez, and it was built in the 13th century, between 1351 and 1357. Really, really interesting. And so if you don't know, a madrasa is an Islamic university where they teach Islamic practices and study the Quran. And they're absolutely beautiful and ornate. It cost me 20 dirham to enter, again about $2. And there's nobody in here. It's incredible. Just look at where we are. The detail is just crazy. I hope the camera even picks up a little bit of it. So I also believe that this madrasa is now used as a mosque as well, because this spot in behind me here, it says that you're not allowed to enter. It's only for Muslims during prayer time. So, wow, this place is incredible. I'm just going to get a couple more shots, and I'll probably put the camera away and just kind of enjoy this for a little bit, and I'll come back to you in a couple minutes. Alright, well, I think I've spent enough time in here now. I'm just gonna head back out into the Medina and wander around for a little bit. Not too sure where I'm gonna go next, but I'll update you guys when I find out. So I've just arrived at the Chouara Tannery now. A shop owner let me come up to the rooftop to get an overhead view of the whole area. So yesterday we visited some smaller tanneries, we learned about the process and everything, got up close, and so now I wanted to see the most famous one. It's probably one of the most iconic things in Fez for sure. And yeah, it's been operating since the 16th century, and everything just looks like it's frozen in time here. It's super cool. They do everything by hand, and yeah, just take a look, it's huge. And some beautiful views of the Medina as well. Really interesting to see such an iconic place. And yeah, when anybody talks about Fez or thinks about Fez or knows anything about Fez, this is definitely one of the most well-known places in the entire city. So it's really cool to be here. And yeah, some guys are still working, so it's really interesting. And yeah, if you guys watched the video from yesterday, then you'll know a little bit about the process. I'm not going to go into explaining it again, but yeah, it's really cool. A lot of people also talk about how bad this place smells. Obviously it doesn't smell great, but personally speaking, I've definitely smelled a lot worse. It's not that strong. A lot of people are saying you need to like put mint leaves under your nose and stuff to distract you from the smell, but honestly, just like being in the streets in India or different places around the world have had worse smells to me than this. Again, it's not enjoyable by any means, but it's not really that strong. So I don't know if maybe midday in the heat it's maybe stronger, but yeah, it's not too bad. Now, a lot of people probably are going to be against the idea of tanneries and, you know, the consumption of leather in general, and I can agree to that to some extent for sure. It's causing a lot of unnecessary suffering and harm to animals, but personally when I travel, especially I like to respect the culture, the history, and everything in each place that I go. And this is a very important part of Morocco's history, part of their culture, and something that's continuing on today. And of course, lots of people are still consuming leather products all across the world. So this is a source of income for these people, and it's also a source of keeping the culture of a country alive. So in that sense, I can definitely understand it. I can understand both perspectives for sure. But I like to view things from a very neutral perspective, and just viewing this from a neutral perspective, I gotta say it's very, very interesting, very, very cool to see. And yeah, these guys they're working hard out here, keeping their culture alive, and also making a living as well too. So. Anyway, so I think I've seen all I need to see here. Really, really interesting, cool view. Big thanks to the shop owner for letting me come up here and take a look and not pressuring me into buying anything or even tipping him for that matter. So that's really, really nice. So I'm gonna head back down into the Medina, probably go back to the hostel for a little bit, chill out. And then later for sunset, there's a viewpoint that's got some tombs of sultans. It's up on a hill somewhere. I'm not exactly sure from here where it is, but I'm gonna go up there for sunset, get some shots, all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna go relax for a little while now. It's been a really long day, but I'll catch you guys for sunset later on. All right, so on my way back from the tannery, I've just come inside El Atarin Mosque and Madrasa. I think that's how it's pronounced, at least. This is another ancient university, Islamic university. And again, there's nobody in here. It cost me 20 dirham, and it's nearly as beautiful as the last one. It's a little bit smaller, and just off the side of the road here in the market. Very unassuming place. And they asked me if I wanted to come inside. I thought about it for a couple seconds and was like, why not? So really, really cool. And you can see all the scripture carved into the wall. Again, it's incredible how intricate and like beautifully designed this whole place is, and all of these places for that matter. I don't have a ton of information about this one, as I wasn't planning on visiting. I usually do a little research beforehand, so I'll make sure I put in some captions below, just kind of some information about the place. All right, so we're on the final adventure of the day. Me and my friend from Belgium, Remy. Hey. We're headed up to the Marinette tombs. So this is the place where some of the old sultans of Fez are buried. And it's also a viewpoint for the whole city. So we're just walking through a cemetery right now, actually. And you can see there's some caves up to our left here, which I'm assuming there's probably people living in, as the Berber people live all through this area, and a lot of them spend their time in these caves at night. But it's definitely one of the best views of Fez that I've seen so far. La shukran. You want to say hello? Okay. Good place for a jog. Yeah. I like how a lot of the kids here and in Burkina both whenever you have the camera out and you tell them to like say hello or whatever, they think you're taking their photo. So they just stand there and you're like, no, you can like do stuff. It's cool. Yeah, that's funny. So I think these are the tombs, or the ruins of the tombs. Yeah, because the place is called Marinette Tombs, and it's where like the sultans were buried.
Okay.
I'm just not sure where the sultans were actually buried, so maybe somebody will know, but not me. Despite me not really knowing anything about it, it's pretty cool anyways. The goat's back. He's still going at it. Bonjour, ça va?
Ça va bien?
It's good. Again, that's the extent of my French. You want to say hello? Alright, we're causing commotion. We've already been here for like 2 minutes. Okay, so as long as it's not too windy to hear me, we've finally made it to the top here. And you can see behind, these are the ruins of the necropolis. And this is the area where the old sultans were buried. So it's pretty cool to check around here. There's a couple more ruins down there that we saw on the way up, and some more just over here. I don't think we're going to be able to make it to those ones, but I'll take a look at the other ones behind here on our way back down. And then the sun's setting in the opposite direction over here. But still beautiful views. It would be obviously nice to come at sunrise. You get the sun coming up over the city over here, but still really nice viewpoint, really beautiful place, and great way to finish off my time in Fez. So I'm just gonna go get some more shots and then take it easy. Alright, so I hope you guys have enjoyed checking out the tombs with us, and I hope you enjoyed the video as well today. I got a lot done, I feel like. I saw a lot of cool things, met some interesting people as well. So yeah, I really enjoyed my time here in Fez. Definitely in the Medina, it's a bit of a hassle sometimes with everybody coming up to you and literally hassling you a lot of the time. But it's all part of the adventure, all part of the fun. And I guess it's supposed to be just like that, maybe even worse in Marrakesh, so I gotta mentally prepare myself for that at the end of the trip. But I'm leaving Fez tomorrow morning. I'm renting a car and I'm gonna be driving all the way through the Atlas Mountains and to the coast, to Essaouira. I'll be stopping in some small villages and also stopping for a night at Ouzoud Waterfalls, which is about halfway between Fez and Marrakesh. So I have a full day, about 6 hours of driving tomorrow. Get an early start, and like I said, hopefully stop in some villages along the way, and then check out the waterfalls either tomorrow night when I arrive or the next morning before I leave. I'm not exactly sure what I'm planning to do yet. I guess it depends on what time I arrive. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and hope you guys have enjoyed seeing Fez as well. I've definitely enjoyed my time here, and yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.